Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Simulation for the Nation, and welcome to the review of the top 5 best British maps so far for Farming Simulator 19. We're going to run through the top 5. We're also going to run through some honorable mentions for those that, in my opinion, were just outside the top 5. And we're also going to have a quick look at and a rundown of some of those new maps that we know are on the horizon. So stay tuned. If you like this sort of thing, don't forget that like button, smash that subscribe button, Simulation for the Nation. We're going to jump straight on into it, and we're going to go in with a bang at number 5. In at number 5, we are looking at Shawl Farm, the Farming Agency Edition, originally by Lanceboy, updated with a whole load of tips and tricks and really new and creative and innovative ideas from the Farming Agency. Shawl Farm is a beautiful map here. Very underrated when it came out, in my opinion, when it was first released by Lanceboy. As we have a look at the map in the PDA here, you'll see a huge array of field shapes and sizes, which really do lend themselves to having a great deal of interesting opportunities for you. Plenty of big farms as well, plenty of multiple pastures around the place. So 2 cattle yards, for example, there, but we have plenty of main yards that you can start yourself on and really spread out across the map. As we look at land as well and land prices there, we've got some interesting size field modules as well, so you can pick up fields individually, which lowers the cost down significantly. You can see here 84,000 for one field is always achievable if you are really going to be looking into kind of branching out field by field there. I do really like with the Farming Agency version as well, we obviously have the Maize Plus compatibility, the Forage extension, Horse extension compatibility as well, and the CCM compatibility. So what that does, if you haven't seen so by the way, there is a tutorial guide by myself released previously with step-by-step as to how to use all those extensions in your game, but it really does allow you to have like a varied and very realistic approach to farming. This is the version which does have Fruit Destruction 2.0 installed and ready to roll, so it is very detailed with the Fruit Destruction, how that will function. We do have the full compatibility for all the options, like I say, therefore further enhanced realism. What I particularly like from Lance's mapping standpoint as well, I like the train line, how that divides the map through the middle, and what we're going to do here, we're just going to take to the air here a little bit so we can see, but yeah, a nice little bit of varied detail for the field shapes, and the terrain is very different as well, undulating terrain allowing you with some different challenging fields, split down the middle east to west with a great little train track as well, which from my own experience when you're working in fields like 5, 6 and 7 for example, it's very nice to see the train pass by you. Yeah, it is a very nice large-scale map there for large equipment to really make you feel at home. And like I say, the new edition by the Farming Agency it's just a further improvement that really allows you to get cracking. This farm that we're coming over here is a second cattle farm, for example, but look at it, it's just got big sheds, huge silage pits that you can get cracking on in there, and just plenty of options. And speaking of the train, there she blows, just looking perfect. As we head on over to the main store here in the middle of the map, this is a very nice large area with a workshop as well. A lot of nice extra detail put along here. I do believe as well. If we open this guy up. And we're going to come into the chief workshop office store. And look, you even got all the names on there. Look whose badge is nice and high, what a treat. But yeah, so this is a brilliant little detail. Lanceboy is, in my opinion, very good at putting a lot of detail and objects around the map, so it really does bring everything to light there. So I do thoroughly recommend, if you haven't checked this out, to go and give it a download on the mod hub there. All of these maps are mod hub available, so available for PC on the mod hub. Most of which as well are, if not already available for console, or certainly coming to consoles shortly. So map number 5 on the top 5 countdown is Shawl Farm, the Farming Agency Edition, originally by Lanceboy. Coming in at number 4, and perhaps a little controversially at number 4 as well, is the new Meadow Grove update by Nathan6930. Now, Meadow Grove has been a staple for myself on this channel since its inception pretty much. There, FS17, we had Meadow Grove Farm coming out, and it was a beautiful map, which I loved, and it stuck with me ever since, really. This is the latest version, released only a few weeks ago by Nathan6930 there, and it is the interim kind of extension, or interim step before the full full-blown extension arrives, which based on the PDA size here is going to almost fill up the entirety of the PDA. It's going to be monstrous, guys. But Nathan has once again given this whole main cattle yard, as I perceive it, a bit of a rejig, and it does look great. You can see some of the new sheds on there look really, really good. So that is fantastic. But with Meadow Grove, and I get this opinion from a lot of people I speak to, it's an intangible reason why I love this map so much. It's just beautiful. I can't put my mind on what it is, or can't put a finger on the reason. I just really like it. Field sizes are great, nice and small. It's a tight yard there, nice narrow twisty roads, but still plenty of satellite farms so you can really move around. Right now you have, there is a sheep yard as well as the stables there, and another storage yard. And then you've got your animal cell points stretched off, so it gives you a lot of reasons just to kind of move around. And there is also in this version, as we look on the map, there is now a new placeable yard down in the placeable area here. So anyone who watched my series would know that I did build a placeable yard on this side, but we have one on this side, which is really kind of cool. So there's a lot of different options there. As we look on the map and go to our land type as well there, land is purchasable in small chunks as well as some slightly larger blocks. So it does give you that opportunity there. You can pick up like a big block of land, not for 212,000, isn't that bad actually, all things considered. But yeah, the main reason that I do absolutely adore this map is typically just because of the main yard up here, to be honest. Now this has had quite a rejig. Nathan's worked hard on this one since we last saw it, really, and it's really coming along quite nicely. So looking forward to see where else this goes and how that looks for us moving forward. Nice new slurry pit in there. There's going to be slurry compatible with this pretty cool little walker coming through the middle here. But this is, phenomenal map to work with seasons. It looks beautiful in the seasons like that. If we look at it from a debt-free farm perspective as well, as you are going to be taking on the challenge, we do have contracts coming in. So again, it's that nice fine balance of contracts and cheap land that you can really get yourself started with. So a really good deal. I cannot wait to see what the expansion looks like when that does arrive there. The extended version is going to be really quite something, and it's just going to add a whole nother level again. Check out the new silage clamps as well. I do love the addition of putting them under a roof there. That's really cool, a great little feature. But yeah, I feel like this yard now has found the balance between between having old buildings and new buildings. I think he's kind of nailed it bob on here, to be honest, in my opinion. Moving forward as well, there is a version available on console right now. This version that we have is PC only. It is expected to be coming or going into testing for console, so console players, keep an eye out there. It could be coming your way very soon, but that gives you again another opportunity there. A few little refreshers as well. Obviously up to our right here we have the grain silo. There's a nice little storage yard here though, which looks like it's been expanded ever so slightly, and that's pretty cool as well. So I do just really love this map, and if you're like me and you want to have a play around with the map, there is plenty of opportunities for expansion and placeable areas to put into that big area in the south as well. You can put a whole new yard down there and really have some fun with it. The main road that splits the map again is a nice little feature, a nice add-on really, without getting in the way too much with the traffic. You don't get too many issues with them, but you still get a nice feeling that the map is livable and is breathing really. So really do love that map. Meadow Grove's coming in at number 4. It's going to be in our honorable mentions and also in the maps to watch out for in the future. But for right now, the staple that is Meadow Grove comes in at a high number 4. And number 3 on the list, we're cracking through it now, and this one perhaps comes as no surprise for many people who are following the channel. This is West Newton Farm by NM Modern, a Scottish-based map based out of Ayrshire. This map has only just recently made it onto PC. It is being tested right now and made and adjusted for console, so it is coming to console, you guys. This is the first map out by NM Modern, and it is a wonderful map. It's done a lot of work on this one. I've had this for a little while now. Was lucky enough to be early access for NM, did a bit of testing for it. It is a huge map. You're looking at about 115 fields all in total there, with the opportunity right now for about 6 or 7 different starting locations for different farms. As you can see on the map here, we do have, we're going to bring up the PDA. You do have, we're at the main farm here. This is the main farm that's based on NM Modern's family's farm, so it is a real life farm there, true to form and scale. You've got the abandoned farm down here, you've got Woodhead Cottage. Moving around there is the pig farm here as well, which is Blackthorn, I do believe is the name of the farm there. Then you've got Alton Bird Farm, you've got storage yard there, and plenty of other stables as well. So lots of different locations. It is a brilliant multiplayer map there for that exact reason, and lots of farms or farmland to purchase and pick up. Varying different shapes and sizes as you look through here, varying different costs associated, but you can pick some really big fields of like the size of 53 in the top corner there, or you can really dial it down and get these small 81, 83 kind of parcels of land as well. But lots of great options. It is fully seasons and manure compatible, but a beautiful, beautiful first time map. This is currently the map that I chose to use for the members only Dedi server, and it does have some rather cool little features. If I come down to the we're going to come down to the store here. So this is our main little high street really, with our shop store and the main little street. But it also has a few different seasonal features in there as well, something that we will be touching on later on as we get down the line. But it's a lot of time and effort has gone into making this a very realistic feeling map. Again, we have a main road, main axis coming through the bottom of the map here, which does provide you with that little sense of realism and immersion really, but then you have the rest of the map to really jump around and play into. As I come to the BGA here in the southwest corner, not only do you have a nice BGA, but if we span over the top of the silage pits, you'll see we have little features like a summer fair agricultural show down in the bottom corner here with a few combines lined up there. That is built into a season script if you are seasons compatible, so will disappear during the winter months, and it's just a really nice little touch to have on board there. Ultimately, like I say, for first time map there, this is quite the entrance really by NM Modern. It really is beautiful, and he's done a lot of hard work to get it up to scratch there, but I'm sure you'll agree it is a phenomenal looking map. It's different, it's like a huge scale though, of course. You get plenty of different opportunities and areas to start in, and that's something that really does appeal to me. From a contracts perspective as well, if you're looking from a debt-free farm standpoint, plenty of contracts coming through on our Dedi server right now. We've got about 7 or 8 baling jobs along with some fertilizer as well, so you're always going to have plenty of opportunities there to get stuck in, which is pretty much exactly what we want to see really. That's what's going to make us really buy into a map there. And it's, yeah, like I say, can't fault this map. I think it's fantastic and it's a big start. I know there are future projects down the line as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing just where they all go. But yeah, nice to see a Scottish map here on the run-in as well, and I think, yeah, it's one for the future. Coming in at number 2 is perhaps one of the most surprising maps for Farming Simulator 19, Greenwich Valley, or Greenwich Valley, depending upon how you want to pronounce it, by Green Bale. Was a map that nobody, well, I certainly didn't see coming. A first time map, a first entry for the Farming Simulator world from Green Bale himself there, and frankly it was knocked out of the park. As part of the mod contest, it is huge. A real inspiration to any map creator who wanted to really fill up the entire 2x2 map area. We've got 4 separate individual towns that all look incredibly detailed, such as this one. There are plenty of different yards, I think up to 7 buyable yards on here, with various different sell points, up to 125 fields as well, which really did kind of lend itself to a great multiplayer map, great Dedi server map, and a great debt-free farm challenge map. This is where it all began really for me. Down here in this corner by field 108 is where it all started, and yeah, just an absolute beautiful map to work on. I particularly liked when you were looking to buy land there as well. The price of land wasn't too extreme. It really set you up there to buy, again, to progress and build. From a debt-free challenge standpoint, we kind of bought these fields in the corner here and really started to expand out there bit by bit. And just the number of contracts was invaluable for that, really. Plenty of different opportunities with some of these big fields as well were great, and these guys up here for those big contracts to really allow you to expand. Lots of nice new features for the PC version, particularly there with all the brands and the shop fronts in the town. Your big store was up there. The road markings was something that I hadn't really seen too much of in game yet, but really nice attention to detail on the roads, and small things such as the filter lanes were really impressive. The road network itself kind of went all the way around the map for the most part there, so really did give you that full network of road travel, so really allowed for a real immersion if you're carting grain along the big areas of the field there. It was phenomenal for that, really good. And yeah, just the fact that it was so unexpected, I think, really just set it away from everybody else there. Seasons compatible as well, naturally, so it just made for a really beautiful area to farm in. And yeah, like I said, for a first time map from Green Bale, I was totally blown away by it. It was it was quite something. So yeah, this is coming in at number 2, and all that left is for us now to have a look at number 1. But before we do that, a quick reminder that in at 5 was the Shawl Farm by Farming Agency update. Coming in at number 4, we had the latest version of Meadow Grove by Nathan 6930. Number 3 was West Newton by NM Modern, and then Greenwich Valley number 2, which leaves us to number 1. And well, at number 1, perhaps it's no surprise, ladies and gentlemen, and it wouldn't be a top 5 countdown or a top anything countdown really in Farm Sim 19 without Oxygen David featuring in it, and he is here with Sandy Bay. I don't think this really comes as too much of a surprise to too many people, but Sandy Bay for FS19 is revolutionary in my opinion. It really does bring the highest potential into a game possible. Oxygen David has worked really hard on bringing in a whole new load of scripts and processes and capabilities and possibilities to a map that was originally already very good in FS17. Obviously we did have Sandy Bay there, but the return to 19 has been just incredible really. Just to name a few of the features that we have on here, there is new animal husbandry for calves for a start off. This was the first map to be Maize Plus ready to roll with the Farming Agency in a real big. The new crop types came in here, such as alfalfa and rye, new grass textures as well. We have new season support, so in the sense that you would see roadworks being performed during the winter months. You would see a circus carnival in the spring and summer down by the coastline there. An entirely new coastline itself. We had new animations in the sky with planes and helicopters floating around, new traffic on the roads as well. We have 5 farms that we can work out of here, which really does give you that multiplayer aspect as well. Missions for snow clearance as well during the winter months. We even have Farmer Jack up in the very northern edge of the map there working on one of his fields, which is always very nice there. Oxy obviously works on his own lighting as well for Farm Sim, which makes this map just look absolutely stunning. It really, really does. And yeah, it is just a beautiful, beautiful map, really pushing the boundaries of what is possible for all things Farming Simulator. As we take a little jump down to the beachfront here, it is just a very nice, a very nice little approach. You'll see obviously we have restaurant brands along the seafront here as well, a nice little pier, lots of traffic varying around there. Traffic speed varies for the main highway as well, and just the iconic coastline that you see there. It is all just beautiful. It really, really is there. And it, like I say, once again, Oxygen David has set the benchmark for any new map developer moving forward there to try and meet that benchmark or even exceed it. And some are trying the hardest and some are actually achieving that, so it's great to see. Maps like this will continue to push Farm Sim further forward, especially in this period of FS19 where we are extended because we don't have FS21 starting to come into the horizon as we normally would see at this stage in the year. But yeah, just a stunning map here. We currently have a live series on, or a regular series on this map, and yeah, just love it. Still not tired of it. I think there's some great features here. The airport and the western edge of the map as well. Just a very nice touch. Little bits of detail that you won't see anywhere else. It is of course available for console and is fully seasons compatible as well, so you guys get to share the love there. And yeah, it has many updates of late too. Who is that screeching around the place? And has many new updates along the way as well to fix some of the original issues to make it even better. One of which we even have waves coming in off the shoreline, off the coast there as well. So very, very enjoyable. I do very much love this map, and of course this was always going to be number 1 in my opinion. Now I wouldn't expect too many people to have different opinions there, but by all means leave your comments down below as to what you think is your number 1 map, your top 5. And I'll be glad to receive those and to read through them. I'll respond to all of them as best as I can as well. Oh, tractor on the road. But yeah, whilst we are here, we're also going to do some honorable mentions. Now, I would say that I'd made sure to have only 1 map per map creator in the top 5, so that does mean there are shout-outs to be had for other maps by Lancy Boy. For example, as we are just doing British maps right now, This Is Ireland was a wonderful looking map. Shamrock Valley as well was another fantastic looking map there as well, and Oakfield Farm was one of the OGs for FS19 to boot. But some very, very good looking maps on. About Dalton Valley is a map that just came out as well that I think is going to be a really stunning map there. Just needs a bit more time. Same can be said for Bessie Beneath as well. Moving forward, there are going to be some phenomenal maps that we can look out for. Oxygen David is working on his latest project that we're due to hear more of very soon. So keep an eye out for that one. That one's going to be rather sensational. If Sandy Bay is anything to go by, we just know that one is going to be even better. So keep an eye out for that. Meadow Grove extension is on its way and coming soon as well. That's going to be incredible when we see what that one looks like. The latest efforts in the working from Lancy Boy being delayed a little bit due to a hardware issue on his computer, but hopefully we'll see that coming along into the forum very, very shortly. Do let me know down below if you've seen any of the maps. There is Farming with Fluke's map as well that's looking very, very good. Green Bale is currently working on the northern coast as well, which does look rather interesting. And yeah, very, very keen to see further work from Green Bale. Obviously with Greenwich Valley being such an incredible map to start with, so a lot of great potential there. So yeah, do let me know down below if you see any other good maps or any other recommendations out there. We'll make sure to have a look at them and circulate some pictures around Discord as well. If you haven't done so already, do join the Discord. Links will be in the description below so you can keep up to date with everything Farm Sim related across the channel. If you want to get some access to a private Discord room, voice chat and Daddy server, then hit that join button to become a channel member, support the channel and get some lots of cool membership perks. If you have enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, and make sure you drop a comment down below with your favorite top 5 maps, and we will see you all in the next one. Till then though folks, have yourself a great day, enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll see you later.